Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will be remaking 3 Polymer clay charms. At the end of the video I will be discussing a contest in celebration of 600 subscribers, so stay tuned for that. The first item I will be remaking today is Gudetama, and I made this in 2016. For his body I mixed up this translucent yellow color. To shape his body, I used the same technique I used in my elephant tutorial. I ended up ruining this one that I made on camera, so I had to make another one off camera. This is what he looks like, and I shaped on his arm. His back is kind of messy, but you don't see it in the final piece. I then took some rubbing alcohol and I just cleaned up the body, and then I added on all of the face details such as the eyes and the mouth. For the white part of the egg, I squeezed out some TLS on some parchment paper. I took some white chalk pastels and I scraped some off and then mixed it in. After I did that, I just set Gudetama in the middle of the white part of the egg. Here's what he looks like all finished. And here is the before and after, 8 years of improvement. Next, I will be recreating this peas in a pod charm that I made in 2019. I rolled out a log of green polymer clay and I cut that into 3 even segments. And I rolled them into balls. Then I attached all of the balls together. And then I added in an eye screw. Like the original one, I'm going to create faces. In this case, I'm making 3 faces since there are 3 pea pods. This is what it looks like. Since the pea pod is a sphere shape, I didn't want it to bake weird on my mat, so I laid it in a bed of cornstarch. After it was pre-baked, I took out the eye screw and I rolled out a thin sheet of dark green polymer clay, and I just covered the whole thing so it's like the case of the pea pod. When it was completely covered, I screwed back in the eye screw and then I baked it for the full time. So this is what it looks like all finished. And here is the before and after. The final remake of this video is of this s'mores cupcake that I made in 2017. First, I filled the cupcake base mold with this vanilla colored clay, and I used this instead of the bright yellow I used on the old one. I used white polymer clay for the top part, and I textured it with an old toothbrush, and then to make it look like a little crispy marshmallow, I shaded some chalk pastels on top. Then I made the face details. I just used a dotting tool and I indented the dots for the eyes, and then I filled them in. Then after I made a smiley face, and then I added on some blush with some pink chalk pastels. I made the melted chocolate by rolling out a thin sheet of brown polymer clay, and I used a cookie cutter and I cut it out, and then I placed it on top of the marshmallow cake part. Then I'm just making the graham cracker part to put on top of the cupcake. I actually forgot to texture it with an old toothbrush, but it ended up looking fine in the end. When I took the cupcake out of the mold, I ended up shading the bottom part of the cupcake base so it looks like a toasted graham cracker. Put on the graham cracker I made earlier on top of the cupcake, and then I added in an eye screw to make it a charm. So this is what it looks like all completed. And then here is a side-by-side comparison. So I hope you guys liked the remakes that I did, and let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. But for right now, we're going to discuss the 600 subscriber contest. For this contest, I'm going to have you guys design your own custom stuffed animal. I will provide a PDF of all of the rules in the description box if you just want to read them. So I provided 2 different stuffed animal options, and I want you to pick one from there. You can't pick both of them, just one. And you want to draw your customization either either digitally or traditionally, and I will provide the pictures in the Google Doc PDF so it would be easier to screenshot. It would be helpful to draw over the stuffed animal image, but you can do whatever's easiest, and feel free to include specific details in the drawing. Here is a list of things I won't do, so please keep that in mind when you're designing your stuffed animal. Once you finish your drawing, please email me it at this email. Please include your name or username so I know who to give credit to, and the deadline for this contest is April 8th. The customization that I'll be picking will be done in a random generator, so there's going to be no bias or anything. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye!